In today's video, Madden 25, I'm going to be rebuilding the Detroit Lions after they just got upset 45-31 to the Washington Commanders. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes and I'll do whatever rebuild the top comment says. So I've already heard a lot of people saying that Jared Goff needs to go, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion, considering the defense allowed 38 points. Obviously, the 45 points was from Jared Goff throwing a pick six. And yes, there was a lot of turnovers. Yes, there was a lot of bad just penalties in general. Just a lot of bad play from the defense in general. And I understand, yes, they had the most injuries in the league. Aiden Hutchinson wasn't on the team, yada, yada, yada. The defense, this, that, and the other. The fact of the matter is the end result was the Lions lost. The Commanders are moving on. And now I am here to rebuild the team. Thankfully, injuries are off in this simulation just to make it a little bit more fun. But the problem with Madden is obviously there's own setbacks here, as Jared Goff is 30, and that's whenever regression does start for QBs, or it's 31. And his contract in Madden and in real life is pretty big here: 32 million, 69 million, nice, 54 million, 61 million. I think I will be sticking with Jared Goff throughout this rebuild, but of course, it just depends how he plays in Madden simulation. Someone can be really good in real life, but then really bad in Madden simulation, so it all just depends on that. But either way, we're gonna see what we got going on for the team. I simulated to the offseason, so obviously some of these race ratings are boosted by morale and stuff like that. And then you got Amon-Ra at a 99 overall. Jameson Williams, I don't think he's played up to that early first round pick. He was like pick number 11 in the first round, but he has been good. I don't know if he's been quite worth his first round pick. Year number one, he was injured for most of the year, and then he got suspended for gambling, and then it was one thing after another. But when he's on the field, he's actually a pretty good player. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's amazing. Surprised EA hasn't even given this dude X Factor yet. I know, let alone at least Superstar. I know he hasn't gotten that Superstar development yet, but I guess we'll see in the offseason after the Super Bowl whenever they hand out their final development traits. Defensively, we got Aiden Hutchinson back. Of course, the Lions season is over, so too little too late. Sorry, Aiden Hutchinson. He got hurt. I'm sure I'm going to hear plenty of excuses like, oh, if we had Aiden Hutchinson, we would have won the Super Bowl. Yeah, the fact of the matter is that you didn't, so we are going to be, again, rebuilding the Lions, seeing what we got here. Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, most underrated safety duo in the NFL. I know they're really good, but a lot of people don't talk about it enough, I feel. Tyrion Arnold, Carlton Davis, Robertson, and Emmanuel Mosley as well. A lot of these players will be leaving, probably, well, actually, most likely, Zadarius Smith and Marcus Davenport will be leaving this team. But anyways, apart from that, let's just move into this rebuild and see what we got for the players ready to negotiate. Off the rip, Aiden Hutchinson. Of course, I'm going to accept that fifth-year option. The Lions might just give him a real contract straight up in real life. Jameson Williams here. I probably shouldn't have accepted that option. I'd rather just pay him, but I already did it. So either way, Carlton Davis here. I'm cool with like a 2-year deal. He wants a 1-year deal. I'll do 2 years, 10 million a year. He resigns on that. And I do have to conserve my cap room because again, I have to pay Aiden Hutchinson, and in simulation, he always wants like 50 million a year or like 40 million. I'm not exaggerating when I say that either. Emmanuel Mosley, I'm going to let walk along with Marcus Davenport, and then all these other extras I don't really want. So apart from that, let's just see what we have in free agency. So in free agency here, I got to stick to the 1-year contract budgets. We got a right tackle in Trent Brown. We got Ryan Kelly. Don't really need that. I really don't need much of anything here, if I'm being honest. Stephon Gilmore on a 1-year contract. I'm cool with that. Everything has to be on a 1-year contract because of Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams. I literally see, and of course Jahmyr Gibbs, I literally see the entire Lions team in free agency all the time in simulation. After free agency, I got Stephon Gilmore and Rasul Douglas, so that's about it. Not really huge in free agency. Don't really need too much of anything, especially since injury is off here, but we did get some nice depth. Let's move into the draft. And as always in my draft classes, yes, the overall like draft order is incorrect, and I'm not using realistic draft classes because we don't have a firm grasp on the players until the combine, so I'm going to wait until we get there. And yeah, I just have the Lions pick being correct. I simulated it to where they lost in the divisional round, so maybe it's not exactly correct, but it's around the right spot. I'm not going to trade up. There's no reason for the Lions to do that in real life. I like playing with auto-generated players too. It's a lot more fun in my opinion. But anyways, we're going to see what we have on the board here. I would like to get another edge rusher if that's possible because I do not need Zadarius Smith. We have Logan Hartwig here out of Washington State, 6'4", 261 here. F-zone coverage doesn't matter because he's an edge rusher, but he really doesn't look that outstanding. But at the same time, it is the end of the first round. And the other guys on the board, you got a speed rusher in Matthew Downs here, 6'3", 240 out of Colorado State here, or is that Colorado? It's Colorado State. He has good strength, solid speed, marginal acceleration, not crazy athlete, A injury, sure, B finesse moves. I mean, that's not anything ridiculous either from what I see. Then there's a run stopper here. Then there's a pass coverage guy. Not what I need. Outside linebackers, there's a power rusher here, and Sean Meeks, 6'4", 270 almost, as he has great strength, solid speed, good acceleration. He has C's across the board, not really there in the skills department. Then Sheldon Richards, he's a pass coverage guy. He is not an edge rusher that I want. Calvin Toller here, he's 280, so that's more like a 3-4 edge rusher. I don't need a 3-4 edge rusher. I need a 4-3 edge rusher. Then you got Daniel Dockery here. His skill department doesn't seem that astonishing either. This guy, Leach here, Leach out of Wyoming, 6'2", 256, good speed, good acceleration, second and third rounder. He doesn't seem bad, but do I really want that? I mean, do I really want to reach for that is the question. I think I'm just going to straight up avoid the edge rushers and just go with best player available here. Amari McCain here out of Louisville, 6 foot, 190 here, good strength, good speed, solid acceleration, run a 4.43 and 4.38 at his college pro day. A press, B tackle, A zone coverage. I'm going to pick this guy just because he's best player available. Ranked 16, got him at 28, hidden development. You know, sometimes it's not always about forcing the position of need. It's about picking the best player available, and Amari McCain is that guy. And then Leach here is still on the board in the late second round. So I think I'm just going to take him. And I mean, it's a late second round pick. Why not? If it doesn't turn out well, not that big of a deal. But ranked 152, got him at 60. Hidden development, though. I mean, ranked 152 is kind of crazy. Glad I didn't pick him in the first round, but at least he has hidden development. I'll make him the starter right away. Why not, you know? And I guess the Lions don't have a third, fourth, or fifth round pick. I got simulated all the way to the sixth round. I'm not even gonna draft that dude. Let's just get to the recap. Mari McCain's a 75, 67 for Leach here, 67 for this guy who I didn't pick, and all these other extras. But Leach, I'm just gonna start him even though he's a 67. He has hidden development. Maybe we can get something out of him. Definitely going to be more useful than Zadarius Smith because he's just aging and he won't be good for us long term. Zadarius Smith, he doesn't have a 1-year contract with a team. I swear he was more than that. I didn't mean to add him to the trade block. I was just going to cut him, or I could just trade him away too for like a 5th round pick. No one's going to really want a 32-year-old edge rusher on their team. But his contract, he has 1 more year at the team. I don't really want him on the team unless he has like the mentor tag for Leach. So let me see if he has that tag, and if he does, I won't trade him. But oh, he does. He really does. I really thought he wouldn't have that, but Leach is still going to be the starter. So this is the team after the draft. Oh, this guy here, Johnson, left guard Joe Johnson here. What a name out of Clemson. I mean, he's 320 pounds. Let's move him to right guard and automatically make him the starter. I mean, if he has a development, the AI picked him up. Why not, dude? Why not just move him to right guard, see what we got going there? Of course, I have to refresh the roster, and then, of course, it still doesn't move him to right guard. Thank you, EA. Magical game you made here. So after all that, I finally get to move the Johnson, the man himself, up. Jared Goff's an 89, but he's only going to be regressing from here. Got Khalif Raymond at the wide receiver position, of course. Got a really good offensive line there. Defensively, Leach, of course, is going to be the starter. And Amari McCain, wow, I did not know we had that much depth at corner, but it's fine. Rasul Douglas is going to be the 4 there, as McCain is probably going to play in the slot as well. And at the number 3, everything else looks good. DJ Reader, I'm probably going to have to find a new defensive tackle. And Lee McNeil always wants like $25 million a year in simulation, which is ridiculous. So I don't know if he's going to be that guy. Leach, I'm going to put over Zadarius Smith, and then we are going to go from there. But anyways, apart from that, I'm honestly going to start Jahmyr Gibbs. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep the theme of the Lions. Have Jahmyr Gibbs at the power back position. Everything else seems pretty good. And again, I'll adjust Leach. So apart from that, let's move into the midseason mark. 5-2 at the midseason mark, as we are currently 3rd in the conference, as the Commanders at number 1. That's kind of ironic, but coming off a loss, the undefeatable gods in simulation, the Dallas Cowboys. For the scouting national focus, I'm going to do defensive tackle. And for the players ready to negotiate, negative $39 million. How did that just suddenly happen? We're not going to get Malcolm Rodriguez. We're going to lose Kirby Joseph. We're going to lose Rasul Douglas. Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me. I'm fine with losing everyone here. Of course, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, I'm going to have to accept their option. I'm fine with losing everyone here except for Kirby Joseph. I really want Kirby Joseph back on this team. Those were 1-year free agency contracts that I had, and the entire team just imploded here. What happened? NFL rosters. Let's check out the savings. And, of course, it's Jared Goff, Frank Ragnow, DJ Reader's getting paid that bag, Aiden Hutchinson, not yet, Alex Anzalone. Why are we taking on so much cap here? Jameson Williams, like, I mean, I guess it's from the 5th-year options. I don't know why we're taking on a boatload of cap here. I mean, I know There's a huge cap penalty probably for Amon-Ra as well. Taylor, yeah, Amon-Ra is getting paid a boatload. But can I save a lot more money by cutting DJ Reader? I mean, does it really make that much of a difference for our team? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. We're screwed. We're going to lose Kirby Joseph probably. I can't participate in free agency. How am I supposed to navigate this cap room? The answer is I don't know, but at this time, I don't care. We got to win the Super Bowl, and we got to win it now. 14-3 top the division. Defensive passing game, 26. Defensive rushing game, 24th. Yeah, a nice try, EA. Anyways, 90 overall team, 14-3. Got the 1 seed here as the Commanders finished 9-8 and get a 7 seed. They almost got pushed out of the playoffs. Somehow the Giants went 10-7. Stats and awards. Jared Goff looks like a top 3 QB in the NFL for the MVP race. He is 4th here as he has the 2nd best passer rating, 2nd best passing touchdowns, 6th best passing yards, 8th best offense in the NFL, 25th defense, makes no sense, 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 122 pass rating, got sacked 24 times, really great season from him. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, 4.4 per carry, 10 touchdowns, 2 fumbles here, Jared Goff, and then of course David Monty, 8 of the touchdowns from Jahmyr Gibbs, so that was a big factor. Amon-Ra, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, what a monster. And then Jameson Williams, 6 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Khalif Raymond, almost 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. Sam Laporta, 9 touchdowns, 800 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 receiving touchdowns, and Brock Wright with a receiving touchdown as well. And then sacks allowed on the team, 7 for Penei Sewell. That's still solid season from him. Good season, I would say. Frank Ragnow was 6 for Taylor Decker, 4 for Joe Johnson here, the 68 overall rookie, and then 1 for Graham Glasgow. That's crazy that our 2 bottom, I mean, I guess they're guards, but the two lowest ranking offensive linemen on the team have the least amount of sacks. And then Jack Campbell, 126 tackles for a loss, 21 for Aiden Hutchinson, 13 for Lee McNeil, 12 for Jack Campbell, 11 for Wingo, Mekhi Wingo, I don't know who this is, 10 for Leach, nice rookie year, 7 for Reader, sacks 20 from Aiden Hutchinson, 9 for Lee McNeil, 3.5 from Leach, but he still has 10 tackles for a loss, interceptions, 4 for Brian Branch, deflections on the team, 11 for Jack Campbell, 9 for Carlton Davis, 7 for Terrion Arnold and Rasul Douglas. Safeties on the team is 1 for Brian Branch, defensive touchdowns is 0. And here we are in the divisional round to face the 10-7 New York Giants. Who is their quarterback? The quarterback is Lamar Coleman, dude. Year 1, rookie dude, what? He's an 88 overall, 94 overall with the boost. Superstar X Factor, Lamar Coleman, the new Lamar Jackson, is on the New York Giants. You have to be kidding me. Let's see if we can beat the new Lamar Jackson, the new era New York Giants. We're 5 overalls higher than them. Let's see if we can beat them here, and we do. 39-15, crushing them. Here to face the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles. We are the exact same. It says they're better than us in every way, but we're actually green across the board. It should be like yellow whenever you're even on the same stat. Anyways, apart from that, let's see if we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles at home to move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Eagles. They're going to start out with a huge run with Barkley. We're going to punt, and then we get the ball back, did nothing with it, and they're going to make it 14-0, 17-14 here at halftime, 10-14, do nothing with the ball at halftime. Offense wake up. Defense is doing their job. 17-14, defense allows at the very end, and we can't finish it off. 21-17 as we will not be moving on to the Super Bowl. And now here comes the big downfall of the Lions, which is actually kind of funny to say because the Lions were never on the up in the first place. I mean, they were on the come up, but they were never up, you know. And the Eagles crushed the Ravens in the Super Bowl 35-9. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. Aiden Hutchinson wins the Defensive Player of the Year. Lamar Coleman for the Giants wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. In the NFC North, Brandon Graham retires on the Bears. That's weird. For the team upgrades, Jared Goofball here gets superstar development. That's going to help his regression a little bit as he is at an 88 overall, only regressed 1 overall. He's still doing good. Sam Laporta goes up to a superstar development as well. Defensively, anything else here that has an upgrade? None that I can really see. McCain here, Amari McCain has superstar development. That was an absolutely W pick. Nothing else here, though, that I can go off of. Actually, before I backed out, I saw that Leach there had star development, so that's good, I guess. I mean, it's not really huge. And here comes the agonizing part, negative $9.7 million. I'm going to accept the option for Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to accept the option for Jack Campbell. We're losing Kirby Joseph. I can't get this. There's no way around this. I'm just going to have to lose him. I mean, obviously, I wish I could trade him, but I can't do that because EA is super lame. But either way, Malcolm Rodriguez, we're going to lose. Rasul Douglas, Amik Robertson, DJ Reader, Zadarius Smith. All these other guys I'm fine with. But again, I have to pay Aiden Hutchinson an absolute bag next year. It is going to be very, very bad. And obviously, I have no money for free agency. We're losing Kirby Joseph, let's move into the draft. And we have pick number 30 in the draft. Browns have the number 1 overall pick. I don't even have the money to move up, which is kind of crazy to say, because in real life you could do that. I mean, the Saints always are in negative cap room despite their unbelievably mid team. But looking at the roster, I don't really need anything else. Maybe a third wide receiver wouldn't be that bad of a shout, but at the same time, I'm not going to prioritize that. Defensively, I mean, McCain, he can technically play safety. Amari McCain, he's a zone archetype. He has the speed. He's not a man coverage archetype at all. Actually, I've just convinced myself into moving Amari McCain into free safety. That was a W pick from us last year. I was just foreshadowing it. This was all part of my plan, guys. So yeah, Amari McCain actually moves up 2 overalls from officially moving to free safety, so that was actually a good move. And then Leach, I'm going to try and develop him. He's already up to a 75 overall without the boost. That's fine with me, and I could just double down on back-to-back corners each year. Aiden Hutchinson, I'm just going to have to deal with, and then, of course, I need the outside linebackers and the defensive tackles as well, and I'm just screwed on cap room, especially with Jared Goff's contract. I am so screwed on cap room, and I gotta pay Sam Laporta. There's gonna be so many guys I have to pay, and it's gonna be really bad. Let's see what we have at the top of the board. Don't want the safeties anymore. I could go with a receiver, but I'm not gonna do that. I could go defensive tackle in the first round. I really don't like to do that, but Kenya Wall here out of Oklahoma State, 6'4", 317, great strength, looks good across the board. Actually, I've just convinced myself. He looks good. I like this guy. Kenyon Wall, ranked 7 in the class, got him at 30. Hidden development, 93 strength out of Oklahoma State. He looks sick. Looking at the corners on the board, anything that really stands out here, a slot guy, Tavon Winslow, 2nd or 3rd rounder. He has A tackling, he has B catching here, and then D zone coverage, though. Good speed, great acceleration, C man coverage, D zone coverage, though. But I don't know. I'm actually going to take the shot here on Tavon Winslow. I mean, he's 6 foot, 185, slot archetype. I do need the 3rd DB, even though he's not that skilled in man or zone. Ranked 35, got him at 62. Hidden development out of Michigan. He is the slot player we needed, and I got him. Looking at middle linebackers here, Devontae. I'm not going to try and pronounce that last name. Karn something. I don't know. I just said I wasn't going to try to pronounce it. Either way, elite speed, great acceleration, elite agility, poor strength, but very athletic. A man coverage, B catching, B zone coverage. I'm going to pick this guy, move him to outside linebacker, ranked to 103, got him at 94, normal development, that's fine, he's really athletic. After the draft, Wall here is a 76 overall, 74 for Tavon Winslow, that was a good pick, 70 overall for Devontae here, but he has normal development, and then all these other extras don't really matter. I mean, I got this fullback in the 7th round, 71 overall, but it doesn't really matter. This is the team after the draft, and overall, offense looks the same. Should have drafted a receiver in the 3rd round, but I guess we're going to have Taj Washington, I believe this is. Yeah, Taj Washington, 2nd-year player out of USC. I believe he was drafted to the Dolphins, but he's going to be the slot receiver this year. Slot receivers are always just crazy in Madden simulation anyways. And then this guy here, I'm going to move to left outside linebacker. And everything else seems pretty good here. Winslow, I'm going to move up in the depth chart. Wall is going to be the number 2. Leach is going to be there. I mean, yes, the team is regressing. We're an 88 overall. But either way, I got to work with what I got here. We'll see how it goes in year number 2. Leach, hopefully he develops because I'm going to kind of need it because I can't afford to really pay anyone else. Let's move into the midseason mark for year number 2. 4-3 here, back-to-back losses from the Bills and the Niners. Our team isn't green in anything. That sucks. Scouting national focus definitely needs to be middle linebacker here. And for the players ready to negotiate, $51 million. Wish I had that last year, but at the same time, yeah, I'm not going to be able to retain everyone. Carlton Davis is going to have to walk here. I need Aiden Hutchinson back. He wants a mentor at his position that will significantly lower his price. He is the number 1 guy. I need to sign him on the team. Mentor here is Dante Fowler Jr., so I'll definitely sign him just for his tag. And suddenly, Aiden Hutchinson is all for playing for the Lions here. He wants $36 million a year, $38 million a year. That significantly saves us more money. He stays with the team. Now the hard decision. $17 million here for the team. I'm going to have to start trading these players for 1st round picks. I need value here. I want Jameson Williams. I want Brian Branch. I'm not going to be able to get both of them. Laporta, I like Laporta, but at the same time, tight ends don't have nearly the same value as receivers or safety in this game. I can easily draft another tight end as well. Frank Ragnow, I'm probably going to lose as well. I'm going to have to make a decision on one person right here, right now. It's probably going to be Brian Branch. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, and he's the one I can just barely afford. So, he's going to re-sign with us, and I'm now going to be trading away Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, and Frank Ragnow. I could try and tag Jameson Williams, which I might be open to doing in the offseason, but I am going to be trading Laporta. And do I leave Frank Ragnow? Do I trade him for value? I mean, we could go on a run here. We're 4-3. I'm gonna be trading Laporta. I'm gonna trade Laporta and Ragnow. I'm gonna try and get Jameson Williams back. I'm gonna have to let Carlton Davis walk, is what I mean. But it really sucks, the situation. I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and I guess the Lions will have to deal with this horrible cap situation in the future, because Aiden Hutchinson will want to be paid in the future, and I'm gonna have to pay for him here. I think easily 91 overall, 25-year-old Sam Laporta can go to a team that is needy of tight end, and they will willingly give up a first-round pick. Let's see who wants him. Bears are willing to give up Rome Odunze for, Sam Laporta. That's kind of crazy. I want to completely trade him out of the conference to an AFC team. I think the Chargers actually make the most sense. The Chargers do have the cap room to take him, and they have pick number 10 in the draft. I don't know if that's actually going to be legit, but let's see if this goes through. And it does, so I think that's fair value. Laporta is one of the best tight ends in the league for this Madden simulation. Now I got to trade away Frank Ragnow as well. Don't get me wrong, I love Frank Ragnow. I literally just can't have him on my team. It just sucks. I'm going to have to trade him away to a separate conference as well here. The Eagles need a center. Yeah, I'm not trading him to the Eagles. Definitely not. I mean, the Giants need a center, but they also have that good QB now. The Jaguars need a center. It's a separate conference. Will they willingly give me their first-round pick for Frank Ragnow? I mean, he's 30 years old. I don't see that as being realistic. So second and a fifth, I feel like, would be more realistic for a 30-year-old center. He's really, really good, but at the same time, I can't keep them on the team. I know it sucks that I have to gut the team the way it is. I can't afford these players, and I'm not going to be able to improve from this point unless I just move on from some of these players and just get younger guys that I just don't have to pay. I know we have a really good team, but it is what it is. I really can't do anything about those guys. It really sucks. I'm going to need new tight end. I'm going to need new center. David Montgomery's probably going to have to walk for us. I might have to tag Jameson Williams at the end of the year. We'll see. But yeah, it is what it is. Brian Branch is back, though, long term. And let's see how we do. And let's just move into the playoffs. 11-6, still making the playoffs. Of course, we have to face the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys, as the Giants are 5-12, suddenly no longer good. The Eagles are 8-9, not doing good, really whack. The Buccaneers have the number 1 seed at 11-6. We have the number 5 seed at 11-6 as well. But our offense is performing better actually after that trade. Defense has just been trashed the entire simulation so far. Stats and awards: Jared Goff, top 3 quarterback, top 2 in passing yards and passing touchdowns, 5th in pass rating, 8th best offense, 21st best defense. Super annoying. 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, 10 receptions, 113 pass rating. I am not trading this man despite his contract. He's still balling for us. 1,000 yards, 4.3 per carry, 13 touchdowns, no fumbles for Jahmyr Gibbs. David Monty with only 16 carries, no touchdowns. That's unfortunate for him. Amon-Ra, 19 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Jameson Williams, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. And again, it doesn't matter who you put in the slot. They're going to perform at least decent, if not better than decent, better than your number 1. But 900 yards, 9 touchdowns for Taz Washington, probably a career high. I'm not going to re-sign him because of that. I can put anyone in the slot and they'll do that. And then for the sacks allowed here, Taylor Decker, 8, 6 for Bradley Anderson, the new center. He only played 500 snaps and allowed 6 sacks. That sucks. And then Graham Glasgow, 5, and then Penny, 5, and then 4 for Joe Johnson. Jack Campbell, 124 tackles for a loss, 14 for Aiden Hutchinson, 13 for Liam McNeil, 10 for Leach, 10 for Kenya Wall, and then 8 for Jack Campbell. Sacks, 14 for Aiden Hutchinson, 4 for Liam McNeil, 4 for Wall, 3 for Leach again. I guess he's just a tackle for a loss machine, but that's really about it. I really need a real pass rusher guy. Interceptions, 5 for Brian Branch. Deflections on the team, 11 for Carlton Davis, 7 for Brian Branch and Jack Campbell. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Carlton Davis, Jack Campbell, and Terrion Arnold. Can we beat the Madden simulation gods, the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys here, to move on to the divisional round? We do. 34-19 here to face the 11-6, the 1 seed, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to move on back to the conference championship. We do. 34-31 here to face the 11-6 Green Bay Packers. We're even with them. We're the same team, but we are the away team this time. Let's see if we can beat them to move on to the Super Bowl with a significantly worse team. Here we are versus the Packers. We're going to open up with, well, they're going to open up with nothing. We start with 3. Good start for the team. And then it's still going to be 3-0. I guess we turned over the ball in the red zone. Typical Lions fashion here today against the Commanders too. 18, now 19-14. What happened there? 19-22. Driving down the field. 12 seconds left. Can I play the full game? Will it make me run the clock here, or does it actually make... Okay, so I can just get the chip shot field goal here, though, but I want to play the game. Second goal, game on the line here. Don't really care. That's going to be a Sam Laporta touchdown. No, it's going to be Brock Wright. I completely forgot I traded away Sam Laporta, and we will be moving on to the Super Bowl because I decided to jump into the game because the AI is a moron. And of course, I'm going to be pass committing the team, spreading out the offense. That will be the game. They need 4 points. Just cover the end zone. It doesn't really matter past this point. He's rolling out, trying to make something happen. Yeah, take off. Yeah, take off. Really good decision. Really good big brain play from Jordan Love there. And the final play of the game, what do we have here? Going to a check down. Elite read from Jordan Love. That will be the game as the Detroit Lions will be moving on to the Super Bowl with a significantly worse team from last year. The Super Bowl that everyone wants, the 16-1 Baltimore Ravens versus the 11-6 Detroit Lions here to see who can take home this Super Bowl win. Any other team upgrades, Jared Goofball goes to Superstar X Factor. Why does he have Truz? Why would you possibly think he should have Truz, EA? This dude isn't remotely close to a scrambler. But for the rest of the team, obviously we're missing our center and our tight end. Brock Wright, smiley guy there. 99 overall Jahmyr Gibbs, still a star development. Defensively, any other actual upgrades here? I mean, oh, my middle linebacker that I got in the 3rd round goes to star development. That's good long term. Anything else here? Wall has star development. That's to be expected. But anyways, let's see if we can take down the 16-1 Baltimore Ravens to see if we can actually win a Super Bowl here and make this a successful rebuild. Here we are against the Ravens. They're going to open up with nothing. We're going to respond with 7, then 14-0. Great start for the team. 14-7, 14-14. Team is choking. Typical Lions fashion. 21-14 here. 21-21. Just hold the ball. 28-21. And we will win the Super Bowl with a significantly worse team. And we traded away a few of our top players in the offseason. Frank Ragnow and Sam Laporta are in absolute shambles. But hey, successful rebuild in year number 2 with, again, a significantly worse team, which is surprising. But hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles here in Madden simulation. Let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. And yes, I know, there's going to be people in the comments, oh my gosh, you forgot to equip Aiden Hutchinson's X Factor. Why didn't you equip the X Factor? Because I shouldn't have to remember to equip this dude's X Factor. Why can't EA just equip this guy's abilities for him? That's ridiculous that I have to do it. It's like, oh, it's not even automated, dude. He's already an X Factor. Just make him already have the X Factor. And it doesn't even let me do it. It doesn't even let me equip the X Factor in general. He has Fearmonger, and I can't spend his XP point, and it just, okay, he's 99 everything, and I can't even use his X Factor. Great. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's finally fixed. I shouldn't even have to do that. It's ridiculous that I should have to do that in the first place. I think EA should, just actually make a proper game. But, of course, making a proper game would ensue that they actually have to spend money and not be entirely greedy, which would be a no-go for EA. But anyways, your Super Bowl MVP is Jahmyr Gibbs here. Josh Allen wins the league MVP, and there are no other awards here for the Bills. Wow, the Bills had a really good year, didn't quite make it to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen's league MVP and the offensive player of the year. Greg Rousseau here with the defensive player of the year. But either way, successful rebuild. Let's see if we can maintain the team the best we can and go on a dynasty run with the Lions team. And for the re-signings, Terrion Arnold, I'm going to accept that option here. Anyone else? Carlton Davis, I would like back on another year, but I can't do that with, of course, Jameson Williams' contract here. $18 million a year. He re-signs with the team. $1.1 million left. I could technically tag Carlton Davis, but I'm not going to go in negative cap room for Carlton Davis. I do like him. I don't like him that much. Everyone else here, I'm just going to let walk. Unfortunately, I can't re-sign Jack Fox, and I'm not, I guess I never signed Jake Bates, which sucks, but I wouldn't even be able to afford him anyways. Anyways, apart from that, let's move into the draft. In this draft, I have 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. I picked 22, so that Chargers pick did not end up being pick number 10 in the draft. Kind of screwed us there, but I do need a tight end. I do need a center. Let me just look. So I do need a receiver 3, which isn't a big of a deal. I need a left guard. I need a center. I need a tight end. I also need an outside linebacker. I need another DB as well. Winslow is going to be the number 2 now. Rakestraw is not that bad, but he's not that great either in Madden because he has normal development. And everyone else here looks all right, I guess. Probably a depth defensive tackle wouldn't be that bad either. Wingo isn't that bad either. We're just going to take what the board gives me here. And right now, they're giving me a tight end here. This guy is Andrew Moore out of Florida, 6'4", 240, elite strength, great speed, great acceleration. He looks really good. I'm honestly just going to take Andrew Moore with my first pick in the draft. Rank 66, got him at 22. Hidden development, though, so we can develop him. He looks nice. And at pick 32 in the draft, gonna want to go with corner here. We have Brenton Northrup here. He is at a Michigan 5'11", 207. He is the teammate of the other guy that we had, who was a slot archetype. This guy is a man-to-man archetype. Elite acceleration, great speed, great strength, B zone coverage, B to D man coverage, but he is a man archetype, so we could assume that that's a B, A catching, B kick return. Brenton Northrup is going to be the pick here at the end of the first round. A-plus pick, ranked 4 in the class, got him at 32, hidden development. He looks great. Now at pick 55 and pick 64, I'm going to use both of these on offensive linemen. I'm going to use it on a center and a left guard. Let me look at the board for both these guys. 3rd to 4th rounder, and then there's a day 3 guy. So let's see what this left guard is at Florida State. 6'2", 330 almost. Elite acceleration, elite agility, change direction, solid strength, very athletic. I'm just going to pick up this guy. He's going to be our new left guard on the team. Ranks 76, got him at 55. Hidden development, that's the only thing that matters. A good pick. Now I could pick this day 3 pass protector. A awareness, A impact blocking. Ooh, actually really not that bad, but only decent strength. So I could wait on that, or I could just go right guard and move them inside to center, depending on how good they play. This guy actually has the skills definitely to play center. 6'6", 335 here, great strength. Oh yeah, he definitely has the lead block, the run block power as well. I'm going to pick this guy, Timmy, here and move him inside to center. Ranked 48, got him at 64. He has hidden development as well. That's what matters as our offensive line is filled out. Timmy got that thicko neck, dude. He doesn't even have a neck. Look at that thing. And now I'm going to go to middle linebacker, see if there's any late round talent there at that position. Ooh, this actually does look pretty good. Harry Morey here, pass coverage 6'3", 225 out of Ohio State. Good speed, great acceleration, B's and A's across the board. I'm going to pick him at the end of third round. Ranked 137, got him at 96. Normal development, that's fine. At the end of the 4th round, I'm actually going to look into getting my kickers because I need to draft these guys because I don't even have the money to sign any of them. So that would be tragic if we didn't have a kicker. Power archetype here, kick accuracy, he's B. Let me actually see. Elite kick power from Ashton Fox, B kick accuracy, good enough for me. We're going to take that. Ranked 94, got him at 128. Hidden development kicker out of Vanderbilt. You'll love to see it. This is the guy that defeated Alabama. And now we're going to pick up the punter, of course. Let's see what we have. Ooh, A kick accuracy, power archetype. Lucas Ferguson here. He has good kick power, A kick accuracy. I'll take it. Ranked 98, got him at 151. Normal development, that's fine with me. There's so many things in this Madden game that I want to change so badly, and I feel like it wouldn't take long to change. This dude is 6'1", 220. Look at his face and look at his arms. Tell me how that is proportional. Look how defined his arms is, and then look how his head looks like a dumpling, dude. Oh my gosh. Get the face scans with the weights right. Like, I see quarterbacks that are like 6'5", 220, and they have like a head of like the size of a mountain. It's ridiculous. It's stupid ridiculous. They need to fix something about these face scans, adjust it based on the weight. I have no idea what face I'm going to give this guy now. Sure, we're going to go with this, I guess. At least it will be proportional to his body. But anyways, for the rest of the draft, 73 for Andrew Moore, 78 for Northrup, 72 for Manu, 73 for Timmy, 69 for Harry, nice, 71 for our kicker and our punter. Then I stopped drafting after that. It looks like, oh yeah, and again, this guy's face scan. Look, 6'6", 230. Look at his arms compared to his face. Does that look proportional at all? I know it's like, oh, it's such a small thing, Vic, but these small things matter. It's a AAA company that can't fix the most minor things in the game. Anyway, we're going to be switching his race because I don't want to scroll down all the way to the bottom just to fix it. So either way, at least his head is proportional to his body now. So yeah, he's going to come home for a family reunion. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, what happened to you in Detroit? And here we are after the draft. Moore is not going to be the receiver. I guess this guy, Kidd, is going to be the receiver. Whitfield is going to be the center, and then I'm going to move the other guy over. All right, so this is what we got for the offensive line now. Pretty young overall, other than Taylor Decker. Interior offensive line has changed. We got Moore as the tight end. It's a lot to look forward to. We got 2 more years to build up this team. I guess Holcomb here, wow, what a haircut there. Mason Holcomb, he is a 70 overall, 2nd string strong safety. Sure, I'll take it. Don't really need it, I guess. But it is what it is. And I mean, again, just look at the haircut. This dude's got a wall on his head. Either way, Northrup is going to be the 3rd string here. Everything else seems pretty good. Specialist-wise, I'm going to put Northrup in the slot as well. And yeah, once again, everything does look good. How long is David Montgomery's contract? I really don't even need him on this team, but sure, I'll have him. Everything else looks pretty good. 87 overall team. We won the Super Bowl last time with it. 4-2 at the midseason mark here to face the 3-4 Minnesota Vikings for the division if we lose this. But we are 4-2, currently the 4 seed in the conference here as we have the scouting national focus. I'm actually going to keep it here at middle linebacker. I'd like to have more depth at that position. And we have negative $2.8 million. Go team. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, you are free agents. Oh my gosh, dude. This is so annoying. Who is taking up all my cap room? Taylor Decker is going to be gone too. Is it seriously just Amon-Ra and Amon-Ra, Aiden Hutchinson, and Jared Goff all just consuming all of my money. Jared Goff's one, Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra, Aleem McNeil. Did they pay him a bag? Please don't tell me they paid this dude an absolute bag in real life. I don't want him to be having a bag. Oh my gosh, $30 million? Did they pay him that? Did I accidentally pay him that? I hope not. Either way, I don't want Aleem McNeil for that much money. I mean, he's good. He's not that good. But either way, Taylor Decker, Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, yeah, Jameson Williams, Terrion Arnold. I don't even have his contract yet. Yeah, we're so screwed. I would rather trade away Aleem McNeil. How much money am I going to lose from trading him away? I want to save Jahmyr Gibbs. I would free $25 million in cap room. I'm freeing Aleem McNeil and keeping Jack Campbell. That's ridiculous, dude. Trade him away to a separate conference. The Broncos want him. Pick 30 for Aleem McNeil. Fair trade to me. Have him. Yeah, so the realistic part of the rebuild out the window, I don't care. I want Jahmyr Gibbs back on my team, and he will stay on this team whether he likes it or not. He's going to resign. Jack Campbell obviously won't take $6.5 million a year. I'm going to franchise tag him at the end of the year. And then Rakestraw, I'm going to have to deal with later. Wingo, and then David Montgomery are going to walk. All those other extras going to walk. Amari McCain, I'll accept this option. For now, let's just move into the playoffs. This is what happens whenever you sign people to unrealistically stupid contracts. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Browns fans. 13-4 as we have top the division, top the conference here above literally everyone, of course, because we are at the top here. And we have third best offense in points per game, greens across the board except for our passing offense. Stats and awards, Jared Goofball is regressing, still a top 10 QB though, 9th best offense in the NFL, 6th best defense as I've only traded people, so I don't know how that works. Our defense suddenly improves. Jared Goff, 4,100 yards, 36 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. He throws 5 in one game, so I doubt that he only throws 2 in a season. 120 pass rating, only got sacked 23 times despite our offensive line only regressing. Again, that doesn't make sense. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 fumble, 18 touchdowns, 5.2 per carry, almost 1,400 yards. Great year. That deserves superstar development. Calvin Kidd, again, it doesn't matter who you put in the slot, they're just going to be good. 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, and this is just another thing with EA that they just don't care about. This has been a thing in Madden since, I think, Madden 19. It's ridiculous. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Jameson Williams, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Andrew Moore, the rookie tight end, almost 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's doing really well. Blocking wise, Taylor Decker, 10 sacks allowed. Of course, I'm not going to re-sign you regardless. 4 sacks for the new rookie, 3 for Joe Johnson, 3 for the center. And who is the other guy? Penei Sewell, superstar development, right tackle, no sacks allowed. All pro there for sure. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 132 tackles for a loss, 13 for Aiden Hutchinson, 9 for Jack Campbell, 9 for Leach, 7 for Kenya Wall, and then sacks, 17 for Aiden Hutchinson, 5 for Leach. He's really not doing anything in the sack department. He's all right, I guess. 4 for Wingo, interceptions, 4 for Tavon Winslow, not Wilson, Tavon Winslow, and then deflections, 10 for Jack Campbell, 7 for Winslow, 7 for Northrup, the rookie, and then safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Terrion Arnold. Can we beat the 10-7 Chicago Bears? We're 3 overalls higher than them to go back to the conference championship 3 times in a row, and the answer is yes, of course. You're going to face the 10-7 Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to simulate to the Super Bowl. If we make it, I'll hop in. If not, whatever. But I'm not going to hop into this one. We've already won the Super Bowl, and the answer is we are in the Super Bowl. You're going to face the 10-7 New York Jets. Who is the new QB? The new QB of the Jets is Anthony Popek here. Popek, I don't know. 1 year out of Mississippi State, 2nd year in the league. Another Joe Burrow here. Year number 2 already in the Super Bowl. That's actually crazy. But let's see if we can beat them to be back-to-back Super Bowl champions with, again, a worse roster than the previous year. It's just younger, I guess. But 90 overall team with all the morale boosts. Moore is a superstar development. You love to see it. Did he earn it or did he actually get it? He actually earned that development. And of course, I'm just going to put random abilities on him. And then Jahmyr Gibbs here, superstar development as well. 99 overall. He should probably be an X factor automatically. I don't understand that. Why do they automatically equip him with abilities but not other people? That's weird. Kid, after having 1,000 yards and outperforming my entire team in my 99 overall X factor, doesn't get an upgrade. Doesn't make any logical sense, but it's fine. Offensive line, all-star developments. Penei Sewell, of course, 99 overall superstar development player because he allowed 0 sacks. Jack Campbell, superstar development. Brian Branch, superstar development as well. No other upgrades on the team. Northrup only comes to star development. He still seems really good. Let's see if we can beat the Jets for back-to-back Super Bowl wins. Here we are against the Jets. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with punts in our opponent's territory. Not a Dan Campbell move at all. 17-0. We're getting embarrassed by the second-year QB. 6-17 here. I mean, that actually makes sense, getting embarrassed by the second-year QB. But Jaden Daniels is a first-year QB. Either way, our offense did basically nothing. Defense allowing under 20 points. Really showed up in the second half, too. Did their job, but offense really didn't do much of anything. 17-14. We're going to lose here, but it's still a successful rebuild. We have one more year to go. And Anthony Papek here wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen back-to-back league MVPs. And no other awards here for the Lions. Still a good year, though. In the NFC North, nobody retires. Amari McCain here. Of course, I'm going to accept that option. We have $22 million to spend here. I don't know how we suddenly get that. I guess the cap penalty is gone from Aleem McNeil. It was a small one anyways. But anyways, Jack Campbell wants $17 million a year. I'm going to give it to him. He's the heart of our defense right now. Rakestraw isn't bad, but I already have the replacement. Wingo isn't bad, but he wants $11 million a year. Yeah, no, that's not happening. All these other extras don't really want. Actually, Taylor Decker I would want back. I mean, he allowed 10 sacks and he wants too much money. So yeah, I'm also going to have to pay more players in the future, so I'm going to have to save the money anyways. Yeah, the cap room is completely screwed because of Jared Goff, Aiden Hutchinson, which I signed, which I'm fine with because he's always been a baller, and then Amon-Ra. So that's really bad for us, but let's just deal with it in the draft. We had picked 31 in the draft. I'm honestly really surprised how well this team still stayed together with that cap situation, I guess from all the trades that I made, but still, I needed a left tackle. That's really about it on offense. A third string receiver as well would be nice, and then a defensive tackle. So I'm probably going to pick left tackle round 1, receiver round 2, and then I'm going to pick defensive tackle round 3, and then move from there. And we also have 2 first-round picks because I traded away the Aleem McNeil, so there's that. That's pretty cool. At pick number 26, is there a left tackle or receiver on the board? There actually is both here. This left tackle, Richard Hankins here out of Florida, 6'6", 336 here. Great strength, good speed, great acceleration, A's and B's across the board. I'm just going to pick him off the rip. And then he is ranked 65, got him at 26, B+ pick, still hidden development, 90 strength. He will be the new franchise left tackle. Super young offensive line. And then at pick 31, the same receiver, actually it's not the same receiver, Raymond Williams here is the top receiver on the board. There's not really a slot guy this high on the board. Anyone with astonishing skills? This guy doesn't look crazy, but definitely not bad. Allen Rowe here, 6'5", 228 out of Louisville. Physical, solid speed, great strength, marginal acceleration, B catching, B release, A spec catch, B short route. I'm going to pick this guy here out of Louisville. Ranked 46, got him at 31. Normal development, it's fine, doesn't really matter. In round number 2, picking up defensive tackle Connor Ruggs here, ranked 43, got him at 63 here, and he has normal development, of course, even though he seems really good. After the draft, Richard Hankins, 72, 73 for Allen Rowe, 73 for Connor Ruggs. These guys I picked back-to-back were kind of a bust, but after that, just a bunch of extras. This is the team after the draft. It's overall-wise, again, worse than last season, but we just keep getting younger and younger from all the people we keep trading and just getting better and better through that way. But anyways, the team still does look really good, maintained itself really well, but let's see how we do in the 4th and final year and see if we can somehow make the playoffs, because I mean somehow, because sometimes the AI simulation just goes, oh, you were a Super Bowl contender last year? Oh, no, this season you're 7-10 because we said so. Here we are making the playoffs as we finish 9-8 here in the playoffs as we slip in with a 6 seed. That's fine with me, I guess. And again, my 92 overall team is, with all the morale boost, finishes 9-8. Kind of crazy, right? Stats and awards, Jared Goofball, regression has officially hit him. Not nearly as good anymore. 8th best offense, 18th best defense. Suddenly it's just total trash now. I know I traded Lee McNeil, but I traded him at the midseason. We were still Super Bowl contenders last year, but still, Jared Goff, 4,100 yards, 34 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 104 pass rating. This is good in real life, but in Madden, he ranks 19th, 15th, and 19th. It's not really that good. But then rushing-wise, Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 fumble, and then 15 touchdowns, 5.1 per carry, 1,300 yards. Hopefully that's an X factor. Amon-Ra, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Andrew Moore, the tight end, is outperforming Jamison Williams, who's getting paid. But Andrew Moore, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Allen Rowe, 9 touchdowns, 800 yards. Jamison Williams, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, which really sucks considering how much I paid him. Richard Hankins, the rookie, 11 sacks, isn't the best, but he's a rookie. 6 for Penei Sewell, 4 for Timmy, 1 for the left guard. And then the right guard, Joe Johnson, the 6th-round pick in year number 1, 0 sacks allowed. That's superstar development. Jack Campbell, 119 tackles, 104 for Tavon Winslow. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Wall, 13 for Leach, 10 for Connor Ruggs, 7 for Aiden Hutchinson, but Aiden Hutchinson, 18.5 sacks. Leach finally developing, 10 sacks, 4.5 sacks for Connor Ruggs, 4 for Wall, interceptions, 4 for Terrion Arnold, deflections here, 8 for Terrion Arnold and Jack Campbell, 7 for Tavon Winslow, safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. In the fourth and final year, can we beat the 10-7 Minnesota Vikings to go back to the divisional round here? And the answer is yes. Can we beat the 9-8 Washington Commanders, ironically here, to go to the conference championship 4 years in a row in this simulation? No. Of course the Commanders are the team to beat us in the divisional round as well. How ironic for the Commanders to finish our season, finish the Madden rebuild. But anyways, guys, apart from that, this is a successful rebuild. We won the Super Bowl in year number 2, won it, and we lost it in year number 3, but we still made it. Still built up actually a pretty solid team despite the cap situation. Really liked with what I had, and then Jared Goff was on the way out anyway, so I don't even think I'd be able to continue this rebuild. But anyways, it was a successful rebuild, so I do thank you guys all for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which team you would like me to rebuild next, and make sure you guys like and subscribe, and